Hello and welcome back to Beauty and the Greek.
Hello.
We have our first guest today. Her name is Mookie.
I was like, wait, do we have a guest that I don't know about? What's going on?
This is the Snookster. If you're not watching and you're just listening, it's the cutest dog you've ever seen in your entire
Say
life.
hi, Mookie.
Just
Hello.
take my word for it.
Hello, guys.
She loves blueberries, eggs, and ripping up every toy that she's ever been gifted.
Kate has taken on a new hobby that's quickly turning into a passion with how much she's had to work on these toys. It's
an
Kate's become the
obsession.
sew master,
I sew
the
every
seamstress
night.
of the year.
I sew every night for 2 hours. This is why my sleep schedule is messed up. It's ruining my life because as soon as Mookie rips a little hole in her toy, I'm like, well, I have to patch it up. And then Mookie and I are in a battle. It's a war, right? So she rips it up. I patch it up every day. It's a war. It's a sick obsession, and I can't get enough.
I feel like it's become a love-hate type thing though, because you're like, oh, she's ripped it up, but you're really happy that you're about to do it all
No,
over
I'm
again.
so excited.
You ordered like custom thread for these things.
Last night at midnight, I DoorDashed new needles and thread.
I was 5 minutes away from going to bed, and I'll just throw it in there that I was like, baby, do you want me to go to CVS and see if they got a little kit for
No,
you?
you did. And I was like, I'm not going to make you go to CVS right now. And then 2 seconds later, I found more needles, but I already ordered more. Guys, I'm so sorry. It's a sick obsession. So I think I need to start making and like sewing things other than my dog's toys because I can't stop. And the high I get off of it is unlike anything I've ever felt in my life.
Full scale clothing company coming to you.
Yeah, but
Shit.
I have to hand make it myself because if I'm not making it, it's just not the same.
Oh, well, how have you been otherwise, Caitlin? How's your week been going?
It's been going pretty good. You know, it's the week before my period, so
Whoa!
I'm insane. I'm literally insane.
I don't want to say that I have or have not noticed any increase or decrease in sanity.
Oh,
Yeah.
care to explain?
No.
No. Okay, the way
No.
your voice went up. What?
Yeah, there's just around this time there's always subtle changes that may or may not be subtle. You know?
So not subtle.
So maybe not the subtle
Oh, well, let's hear them. I want to know.
subtle changes. No, you just
I would.
Oh, I gotta watch my words here because again, this is like a double down because I'm gonna be honest about this, and this is the particular week. No, they're just like little things that you won't be as like warm,
Like what?
like even just that response right there. You know, it didn't have like a kind of a tint of sepia behind it that there usually is. You know,
This man is obsessed with sepia tone.
the
First of all,
the sepia tones just aren't as prevalent. You know, that's a very nice way.
no, I want a specific example. Let's hear it.
A specific example is kind of like when you come in through the door after like, you know, you've been running errands or hanging out with the friends and then seeing me for the first time in several hours. This week, there's a slight change.
What's that change?
Usually you'll even forget to lock the door. You'll even forget to close the door. Sometimes you'll sprint into my arms and give me kisses and hugs. And, I love you so much. Oh my God, I missed you. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, that's me. You miss
And now?
me. And now it's like, hey, baby.
Well,
I still get the hey, baby. I'm grateful for the hey, baby. Just this week, I always know, like, okay, going to be a little bit of a colder Kate. A little bit of a colder
cold
Kate.
kit.
Cold Kate. We might as well watch.
Does it scare you a little bit?
No, because I know in like 2 to 3 business days, you know, everything's going to go right back to where it's supposed to be. This is not my first rodeo, baby. We've had many months of this, you know. This is.
I was kind of hoping it scared you a little bit.
You couldn't scare me if you tried, maybe. You could. She could. She just did. Right there. That was her scaring me. Did you see the face? Did you see the face?
I got Botox yesterday, and Will.
That's not what I was
Okay,
talking about.
no,
though.
right before I went, Will was like, you know that's so bad for you. Like I sent you a video on how it's so bad for you, and yeah, da 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 da. And I was like, I don't want to hear it.
I fully.
First of all, you don't even know all the women that have had Botox. You have no idea.
I could take guesses.
You can't though, because a lot of it is so subtle. You would never, ever, 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 ever guess.
I think next time we're gonna be doing a segment on can I guess if they've done Botox or not.
Well,
Celebrity edition.
there's a lot more than Botox. There's Botox. There's there's a lot going on, and I would actually love that segment. Can you guess? Because there's a lot of people that you're probably like, no way, and I'm like, even of our friends, I'm like, you didn't even know.
I can sniff this stuff out, baby.
No, you can't, because you're a man. You don't understand the intricacies of putting needles in your face.
You're correct. I don't and do not want to ever know. And she's making it out to seem like I'm this like anti-Botox guy. I did see it. Hold on. I did see a video that was very alarming, talking about the negative effects of it. There was something else that he was trying to recommend.
Red light therapy.
He was an esthetician. Thank you.
I think he was trying to recommend red light therapy, which I also do, but like also
I think he was basically talking about the pros and benefits of that versus the Botox. And to be fair, the video was full
on TikTok?
Yes, but full of very good information.
Uh-huh.
And I am fully in support of your Botox.
I saw a TikTok today.
She's making me out to look crazy.
No, you're going to love this. I saw a TikTok today. And it was like, the way that I believe everything I see on TikTok is the same as the way that my parents believe everything they say on Facebook. And I was like, oh my God.
Mom and Dad, I know you're listening to this. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Also,
But yeah,
my
that's-
mom and
that's
dad,
true.
shots fired.
Yeah, that's true. They do. Facebook is new gospel. You know?
Well, now we're doing it. We're doing it on TikTok.
TikTok is new gospel for us. We really we just become our parents. It's pretty.
No, we absolutely do.
Yeah, it's insane.
I was saying something the other night, and Will was like, "Oh my God, that kind of scared me." And I was like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, "That's something my mom would say."
Hey, Christy, if you're listening to this, you do not scare me. Randy, you do not scare me.
Well,
You're the loveliest people in the world.
My mom is very big, like Mama Lion vibes, and so we were talking.
What's that mean?
Like, will protect her children and people she loves at all costs. And so we were talking about a hypothetical situation and what I would do to protect my family. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, obviously. Like, is that not the obvious answer? And he was like, that kind of scares me. And I was like, good.
Well, it was this long, convoluted plan of revenge that was very...
Yeah, revenge if someone really, like, did something horrible to my family and how I would make sure that they got their
This was like a
comeuppance.
100-year plan that she's cooking up. So, yeah, it was a lot. Anyways.
Women are really good at planning ahead and thus revenge.
I'm not plotting revenge. Oh, man.
Sometimes karma is a woman.
I think karma's always a woman. I'm pretty sure 100% of the time.
Yeah, actually, now that you say it, I think you're right.
This got rooted in men. We react immediately. We get it out immediately. There wouldn't be like long-term revenge. It would be like I would strike immediately, probably go to jail immediately.
Exactly.
And that would have negative long-term effects probably for the next 100 years.
Exactly.
For what I would want to do
women,
to this person, but
women look at the situation, say, how can this person get the worst thing possibly ever? But I have no repercussions, and my family and no one that I love has no repercussions. And then we plan accordingly. And I think that's something special.
So you're saying we act emotionally? Yeah,
you act emotionally, and we say, let's take a step back. How can I get what I want? But just, it'll take time, you know?
I don't know. I don't know if you're selling me all the way.
Like, I would never punch someone in the face, but would I,
plot their downfall for the next 100 years.
Make sure that when they're in jail, they get what they deserve. Yeah.
Yeah, you would. You would.
That's not illegal.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about what you were telling me the other night. She literally was talking about going to the jail and befriending certain inmates in order to make this person's life a living hell for the rest of their life.
Yeah, if they did something horrible to my children.
And I said I would be the dude who would leap across the courtroom and get my hands over this guy, choke him out. and leave the rest up to the justice
Yeah,
system.
and see, what does that do for you?
They
Nothing.
would not accept that case. I would not spend a day in jail. Maybe I wouldn't spend more than a day in jail, and they'd let me out. They let me walk.
Well, I would be bringing homemade baked goods to all of the person in jail's enemies and making sure that his life is the worst it could possibly be. Is that evil?
No.
No.
Is it diabolical? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And I mean, this podcast has taken a very interesting
How
turn.
did we get here?
I don't know. Let's go to a segment that Kate is famous for called Kate's Pop Culture News, because I'm trying to learn all about what's happened in the world of reality.
All right. So last night was the Bachelor's Women Tell All, which, okay, so in like reality TV history, usually when it's like the women tell all or they're all together, no one's speaking over each other. Last night they were all just yelling at each other. And I do wish that the host was a little like, okay, one at a time, because you couldn't really hear what was going on. But so, like, as we know, our girl Maria, like, they kind of ganged up on her and was kind of just being like, oh, like, she sucks, she's taking advantage of the situation. And like, when you see the footage, it's like, no, she's not. These girls just obviously had their own personal vendettas against her. So they were going at each other. She was standing up for herself, whatever. But I wanted to ask you, so one of the girls, her response to her was, I'm sorry that's the way you feel. If someone says, I'm sorry that's the way you feel, what do you think that means?
It means that they don't give a fuck about you or how you feel.
So that's not a real apology.
That's not a real apology at all. That's kind of like saying, like, whoopsie. Okay.
That's kind of like being like, I stand on what I said, and if it made you feel a certain type of way, I honestly don't care.
It's kind of like saying I have to say something in this moment, so I'm going to say that, and I don't care about how you feel at all.
It's giving like, I'm sorry the way you took that.
Yeah, it's pretty ego-driven, and it's pretty ballsy to say that to somebody else.
It's like, I'm sorry.
Especially on national TV.
It's like, I'm sorry you're so sensitive.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
It's yeah, that's a wild thing to say.
Okay, but then 5 minutes later, the girl turns around, and so Marie responds, right? And the girl turns around and goes, I don't want to be gaslit by you. You're lying about what you're saying. And she's just like, what? Like, run the tapes. Like, everyone's seen it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, everyone has been on Maria's side, so all these girls are trying to like cover their tracks. And they're all using the term gaslighting against this one girl. And yeah, that
doesn't seem fair.
If anyone's grown up in a small town and been a woman and been in this position, it's like one person turns on you and then everyone turns on you and they just attack you. And you are wrong, and they will just like do anything to prove that you are wrong. So watching this, I was like, damn. And she like stood her ground too. She was like, no.
She stood on business.
She stood on business. She was like, no, you guys are crazy.
That was the Greek. It was the Greek girl, Maria.
Yep.
Shout out. We love.
No, she's the best.
Big fan. Come on the pod. Tell your story, Maria. So she's the one that was being gaslit.
Yeah, a bunch of girls like turned against her basically, and were saying that she was being a bully and all this stuff, and it was just a mess, honestly. It was giving high school, but it is The Bachelor, so that's.
She should have said, well, no one's going to remember any of you except me in the next 15 minutes. So there's that.
And she also like made up with
She's like
girls.
the star of the show, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And so other girls, she was like, these other girls have been getting hate on the internet. Like, they don't deserve that. Got up and hugged them. Like, really did the whole like good PR like run around.
That's cool.
Like, I think she's a good person, but I'm also like, wow, she handled the whole situation so well.
Wow.
With much class. But
very cool.
There was this other thing that happened, and I want to bring this to your attention because you do this to me all the time.
Okay.
So a girl writes Joey, the Bachelor, a note and it says, "We need to talk." And he gets it and he's freaking out. And he's like, "Oh my God, is she going to leave? Like, what's going on?" And then she gets to his room and she goes, "Oh, I just really miss you." Who does that sound like, Will?
That is not what I have done ever. I've never done that exact thing.
Will come into, like, I'm getting ready in the other room and Will comes in and he goes,
No.
he goes, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah. Is that what? And he's like, "You're just so amazing." I'm like, "What?"
Okay, that I do, but I never told you that and been like, I missed you. That's corny.
No.
I've never said that. So hold on.
No.
I have to have my own back here for a second.
No, but you will preface something in the most serious way, like you're gonna have a really serious talk, like I
Correct.
did something wrong.
This is what I
and
do.
then say the most lighthearted, nicest thing you've ever heard, and I'm like, why are you giving me a heart attack for no reason?
Because it's I don't know. I don't think that's on purpose. That's just having a bad tone, having the wrong tone for the situation. I definitely do that. I'll be like, "Baby, oh my God, like, can I tell you something?" She'll be like, "Oh my God, what?" I'll be like, "You've just been killing it. Like, you've been doing such a great." She'll be like, "Oh my God, why did it sound like you were gonna break up with me, dude? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, "No, because my tone sucks."
And that's the exact tone. "Can I tell you something?" And it's like, what burden are you about to unleash right now? And it's just like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, can you just say that without the harrowing, like, back thing? It's so scary.
I have to, like, set up this, I'm about to profess this to you,
You're setting something up, so I'm scared. And so then the compliment is even better.
I don't want you to be scared. I'm sorry. This is coming from the girl that, I always think that I did or said something wrong.
Well, just because I have a serious face or I'm thinking doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
No.
What?
Historically, and we've had some talks about this, but historically, every time Kate's been a little bit upset with me, or I've said something that's bothered her, or upset her, I've done something, it's made her mad, she tends to hold it in.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't tell me right away.
I'm assessing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm just making sure it's worth bringing up.
Yeah, but we've talked about that. We know that that's not the way. That's not the way. Because I don't know. Yeah, two sides of the coin. It's good to sit on some things for sure, and I'm glad you do bring them up to me.
No, I do.
But I'd rather you bring them up to me in the moment. Maybe the two things that
I think there's a good balance.
There is. I think there is a good balance for sure, because some stuff isn't worth bringing up, like, all jokes aside. But I feel like you do a really good job at bringing up what's important,
Thank you.
What else has been going on in the pop culture?
On a lighter
this podcast
note.
is weird.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. What else?
Okay. Whatever. On a lighter note, my whole For You page has been color analysis, which Will thinks is fake. I'll let you take the floor.
Color analysis is subjective. There's no right answer. We did the test the other day. Kate's like, "Oh, you're 100% in autumn." And everyone was like, "You're literally either a summer or a winter." No one said I was an autumn. I don't even know what the difference is between any of them. I look the same in all of them, in my opinion. And judging on the fact that everybody has different answers of what they thought I looked better in, I think it's all just perception.
Okay, but that's based on a filter. You can get it done professionally. Like, you see me in certain colors and you're like, that color looks amazing on you. Like, like it's a real thing. And so there's a certain color palette.
But you don't think that has anything to do with, like, my personal preference with
No, because you say that, my mom says that, my friend says that, like, with certain colors and certain things I wear, everyone goes, Oh, that looks so good on you.
You look really good in red and blue.
So,
You look really good in blue.
am I a cool winter? We don't know.
What color do I look best in?
I think you look really good in black, gray, green, and blue,
Thank you.
but certain shades.
No brown.
I've never seen you wear brown.
I wear a brown sweatsuit a lot.
That is like top. Taupe.
Top, for the record, anyone out there, is not a color. So don't
No,
use that.
That's not
when referring
brown.
to your favorite colors.
That is dark tan. What you do look good in.
Is brown and dark tan different? Isn't
different.
dark tan brown?
Well, no. Dark. There's like
Tan and then
dark tan and then
brown. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Medium
it's,
tan.
It's the in between.
Okay. Anyways, everyone hates J-Lo now. Have you seen this?
Dude, Jennifer Lopez is hilarious. I can't believe she's even a real human being.
I can't either.
The Block.
It's so. Have you seen people's like, I met her and this is what happened videos?
No. Apparently she's not a nice person. I've heard not so great things.
So before all of this, the only thing that I knew about her is that she didn't drink and that's why her skin looks so amazing. That's all I knew. That and Jenny and the Block, that's it. And the last 3 days, I have seen stories upon stories upon stories about how she sucks.
Yeah, I've always been hearing that that she's not a very nice person.
Well, apparently she spent $20 million on this video or this movie she did about herself. Did you see that?
No.
$20 million herself.
She was in one of the worst performing movies of all time, if I remember correctly, called Jiggly, something like that. It was one of the worst grossing movies ever. So she doesn't have a good track record of making movies that do well.
Well, no.
She was in that boxing movie that was kind of cool.
She did the movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Which one was that?
Made in Manhattan.
Never saw that one.
Oh, that one was so good. Honestly, my family loved J-Lo growing up. Now that I'm really thinking back.
She's dope. She's obviously super talented. Like, she's Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my God. Wait. Do you know that her mom won the lottery? Before J-Lo became famous, her mom won the lottery.
How much money did she win?
$2.4 million.
Oh, so she's Jenny from the Burbs.
So Jenny from the Block.
Jenny from the Burbs.
And so her mom.
Holy shit.
Her mom worked at a school on the block that she was from, and then she won the lottery and retired, and then J-Lo became a superstar.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
Her mom won the lottery, and then her daughter was J-Lo.
So her mom won the lottery twice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Holy shit.
But she's getting so much hate. Honestly, I do feel a little bit bad for her, but then I see all these videos like of people telling their stories about her, and it's
Nah, she's kind of doing this to herself. And yeah, like I said, I've never heard her be anything other than not so great of a person. And I've never seen someone more obsessed with like being, I have to be hot. Like it's like, dude, relax. Like, you're in your 50s. Just chill out. Like, at a certain point, kind of give it up. Like, have a beer. Stay out past 9. Like, I don't know. Like, kind of, it's like she's what she's a Tommy Tryhard, big time. She's just a lot.
Well, the one video that did me in,
and this hold on really quickly. She's not that talented. Crazy. She's not that talented relative to so many people. Again, the difference is that, like, back in the 90s, she was attractive. She's a good dancer. She's an okay singer. She's not a talented actor or actress. Someone has to say it. I'm sorry. If she wasn't apparently a bad person, I wouldn't be saying any of this. But,
Well, the one video that did me in, there was a girl that was a waitress, and she said she just walked up to her table, and she looks at her and goes, "No, we need a different person."
I'm not surprised, man.
Like, things like that, it's like
I've heard stuff like that.
Oh, that's so bad.
J-Lo not being bueno.
That's so bad. Okay, but I do have a very important question to ask you.
Ask me. I'm excited.
So a girl did a TikTok and she said that when her boyfriend wears a backwards hat, that she goes completely feral. So what is the backwards hat but for women? Like something that women wear that you're like, oh, I'm so turned on.
Sundress.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Sundress.
What else?
Let me just talk about the sundress real quick. The sundress is the perfect blend of wholesome but sexy. It's like angelic but bad as fuck. It's a perfect marriage of so many looks. And then on top of everything else, it's very flattering, especially for someone like you when your booty gets to kind of clasp the little cloth in the middle sometimes. It's very nice, I might say. Okay. I do think forward hats on girls are really cute.
Okay.
Not backwards hats, but forwards hats I think are really cute. Any sort of gym workout pants, very nice.
I saw a comment that I thought I'd be like, oh, well, yeah. You know what it was?
What?
Braids.
Oh my God. But I'm going to get roasted. I'm going to say this. One time on TikTok, I made a video talking about how much I love braids and how much I think they're so cute, like, and that's probably going to get taken out of context too. Like I'm some freak. Like
that was the top comment.
Because it is. It's very.
But you got roasted for it.
I got roasted for saying that, which was crazy. But no, it's just the way they kind of like go down, like they like lay nicely, like in front of your shoulders. I don't know. It's very nice.
No, they are cute. That's why we do them.
I don't know. It's crazy for someone to assume something so foul. But I'm trying to think something else.
Forwards hat,
braids for sure. Oh, does this count? I guess it doesn't really count. Any shirt that's like showing a little bit of your stomach.
Oh, a crop top. Yep, that was one of the top comments.
A crop top for sure. And like tight jeans. Sorry. I like to see the booty. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a primal piece of shit, and it is what it is.
You're not a piece of shit.
Yeah, but those things are all very nice. What else besides the backwards hat makes you go feral?
Just like a random. Oh, okay. A nice leather jacket.
Ooh, just picked up one of those.
Will did. He's been wearing it, and it looks so good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It looks so good. What else?
I feel like, what about like a 90s like vintage suit? Like an old style, like kind of like on the baggier side suit.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
Okay. Do you like a white undershirt tucked into like dress pants?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
I'm giving you a bunch of layups here, baby. What about like what about like a loafers?
Loafers are okay.
But not like panty dropper.
No, not like panty dropper.
I'm trying to think of something like classic that like is gonna make you drop the panties. Panty dropper. That's such a weird fucking term. Anyways.
It's so weird.
Don't hurt yourself thinking about this too hard. Seriously.
No, because I can think of a lot of non like physical clothing wise kind of things, but
what would be the opposite? What are things that guys can wear that are automatic turnoffs?
Oh, those tight jeans with like the rips and also the little lines in them.
Those are tough. I know what you're talking about.
Those are really bad. A cheap leather jacket that's like really tight. I'm just thinking, the wide brim hats.
Those are tough.
I don't know. I'm not even tough. Fedoras, obviously, but the wide brim hats.
What about those long beaded crosses?
Yeah, let's, that
you would see retire. Jesse from the Righteous Gemstones wearing. Oh, what about those big like saggy beanies?
Big saggy beanies, and also the beanies that are too small and are rolled up to be even smaller. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, how is that hanging onto your head?
Those are tough.
Those are so bad. I hate those so much.
What about people who? What about guys that like put their keys on their belt buckle?
You know what?
I guarantee you used to think or still think that that's hot for some
I
reason.
don't think that's hot. I'm very neutral about that. Like, do what you
Okay.
gotta do, I guess. Is it necessary?
You definitely at some point had an era where you loved that dude, you know, with the dirty Vans who just got off his bar shift with the, you know, with the, keys hanging off the belt.
I can say honestly, I've never had a crush on a dude that had keys hanging off his belt. That's never happened.
Okay, on the opposite, here are some things that the ladies can wear that are instant turn-offs, okay?
Okay, let's hear it.
That specific bright pink
Oh,
color.
he hates a hot pink.
Of any of that hot pink lipstick
He hates
with
it.
like real. All right, that number one. Number two, intense eyeshadow. Let's relax on the intense eyeshadow. We can remove that.
What does intense eyeshadow mean to you?
A really bright color that's just like unnecessary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost doing too much.
Okay.
The super long eyebrows or the eyelashes. The super long eyelashes.
Yeah, you're talking about like eyelash extensions, fake eyelashes.
Just.
You're talking about like Love is Blind style eyelashes.
I have no idea what that means, but I think everybody listening knows what that means.
Uh-huh.
Don't do that. If you have no eyelashes, that looks 100 times better than the fake ones.
Okay.
Oh, the pearl necklace, vineyard vines, like I'm going to tailgate in like a Southern University look.
Okay.
I know probably gonna get a lot of hate for that.
A lot of people in the South like that, but you know.
Yeah.
Most people. Different strokes for different folks.
Continue. Exactly. This is all just personal opinion.
Exactly.
This is all personal opinion.
Some girls love fedoras, I'm sure.
Oh, belly button rings.
No go.
Don't do that.
Really?
No. Like what? It's no. Not for me. Personally. Not for me. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You ended up belly button rings.
Yeah. No note to the belly button ring. No note to the belly button ring. Okay.
I wanted a belly button ring so bad in high school. I never got it.
I am sure that you did.
My parents said no.
Moving on to Will's news of the week. I don't have much. It's been a bit of a slow week, but yeah. To start things off, it turns out the Swifties do in fact know how to shake it off.
What?
So this string of concerts that she's been having have caused seismic activity all across the United States, including her show in Seattle, which caused a 2.3 magnitude earthquake.
Shut up.
On the Richter scale.
No, actually?
Pretty insane. They're trying to figure out if it's the fans jumping up and down or it's a sound system or it's a combination of both. But whatever it is, it's literally showing up as seismic activity.
That's insane.
Swifties know how to rock, man. Swifties know how to rock. Have you ever seen Taylor Swift live?
Dude. That was my first concert ever.
Was she...
So this was
she
Teardrops on My Guitar era. She was opening for Lady Antebellum. Like, she was an opener. It wasn't her show. Yeah, it's back when she had the curly hair, the guitar. She was just up on stage singing with the guitar.
Did she steal the show?
I mean, she did really well, you know.
But everyone was here to see
the Lady Antebellum.
I remember her.
But how crazy. Imagine being an artist and you're causing earthquakes. You would be like, wow, I'm amazing.
Shout out Taylor Swift and the Swifties. A new study just came out showing the top 10 least healthy beverages that are being sold across the shelves in America. Would you like to hear this list? A bunch of these I have spent a lot of my life absolutely crushing, and it's a little bit alarming, but here we go.
Scared.
Number 10 Arizona green tea. Number 9, Barks root beer, which while I don't drink a
Barks.
lot of that now, I used to crush root beer. As soon as someone told me that it tastes like toothpaste, I haven't been able to drink it, but
Oh.
root beer tastes exactly like toothpaste. Number 8, Welch's grape juice.
That makes sense.
I never
That
really
checks
got
out.
into grape juice. Did you?
That it just has that certain taste. You're like, there's no, this is syrup.
Number 7, Mountain Dew.
Yeah, my dad had multiple kidney stones because of that. So
He had kidney stones because of Mountain Dew?
yeah,
Oh,
like
Randy.
very bad.
I feel for you, man. That's like one of my worst fears. Mountain Dew is a weird thing. I don't know if it's one of those things that just like a fake rumor was circulated, but for some reason when we were kids, everyone said, oh, if you drink Mountain Dew, it's going to lower your sperm count.
Oh no way.
No. And I was way too young to be caring about sperm.
But you cared.
Oh, at the time I was like, okay, I'm never touching this
No,
Mountain
my
Dew.
sperm.
Not my sperm. Number 6, and this is what I probably have drank the most of. The Starbucks Frappuccino coffee drinks.
I have had so many of those.
I mean, I've had so many late nights in the studio where literally all I was drinking was these. I think I've had 4 of these in a night. Yeah, and they're
What?
huge too. They're so disgustingly sweet, but yeah, at one point I was drinking a lot of those. Number 5, and this is where it gets to me very alarming. It's the naked green juice machines. Imagine, to me, that's like the most American thing ever. Like, let me sell juice that is worse for you than like any soda.
I am going to say something though. All of these drinks, even that one, the green juice one, they all have a certain like film when you drink them.
Ugh.
It's the same feeling. You're drinking it and you're like, this can't be good.
I used to drink a lot of those.
The naked juices?
Oh my God, a lot.
Really?
I would get the smoothie ones.
I never got those.
Number 4 is an Arizona sweet tea, which that one surprised me. I drank a lot.
That surprises you?
Yeah, because you think of tea.
It's a sweet tea in a
I
can.
know, but like Arizona, maybe they're health focused. The cans, hey, shout out to the dude who like came up with the design for that can. They looked like they were a healthier
You're right.
option. They
You're
really
right.
did. Number 3, which is no surprise, is Monster Energy drink. I mean, I never touched those.
I've had way more of those than I would like to
She
admit.
is the energy drink queen over here. I mean, one of the most disgusting things I think you could do is drink energy drinks and do something
Okay.
else. And I'm not going to talk about the other one.
I'm drinking like Celsius and Alani Nu, and I'm not drinking Monsters unless I'm in a dire situation.
She does such a good job of breaking some of the stereotypes from back home, but then falls right back into some of these traps. Number 2 and number 1 are both naked drinks.
Oh my gosh, the naked drinks again?
So top 5 of the most unhealthy things you could drink, 3 of them are naked juices.
I'm genuinely not surprised. Those
I'm
always tasted
genuinely
like
appalled.
they're just syrup in a bottle.
So if you're a fan of any of those drinks, just stop it.
That's
find a new
scary.
drink. Drink some water. You probably
Yeah, drink
need
water.
You probably need it. Last but not least, NASA is sending a message to possible alien life on Jupiter's moon, Europa. If you could send a message in a bottle to an alien, what would you say? What would you ask an alien? I would ask an alien, hey, what's up with this? What? Tell me more. Just give me some info. Give me the knowledge I need to create a society and lead on Earth in this like non-egocentrical universe and make a society that people can collectively come together and like consciously try to make a better effort and like think about how can we actually sustain life on Earth? How can we grow past Earth? What's the point of all this? Man, I have a lot of questions. I asked you to say one thing.
That's really interesting that you went that far, because my first thing I would ask them is be like, so we're like the dumb ones, right?
We're definitely the dumb ones.
And I would be like, please give me the tea, like on all the gossip about Earthlings, like we fucking suck, huh?
Yeah, they probably look. I mean, we could be an experiment. We could be an alien's fart. Like we could be a dream.
Fair enough.
Who knows? But yeah.
Oh no, I would love to like just chat it up with an alien. just see what they think of us, what's really going on. Just give me the truth, you know?
I've never understood anybody that's been scared of aliens, because if we're getting to the point where we are having contact with aliens, it's like, look, it's one of two options. They're either going to eliminate us, and I mean, have no fear, like it'll happen, we're cooked. Or number two, they're not going to eliminate us, and we can find out info and we can garner knowledge.
Do you think aliens have a sense of humor?
That's a great question.
Do you have to be intelligent to have a sense of humor? Because I think a lot of smart people have a great sense of humor. So if aliens are smarter than us, then their sense of humor is probably incredible.
What if Earth was some alien's idea of a sense of
joke?
humor? Of let me make this society to entertain all my alien friends are going to think it's hilarious that all these humans are trying to figure out what the point of life is. But literally, I just orchestrated this for the pure entertainment sake of my
It's
alien
one
buddies.
big episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm for aliens.
I would not be surprised. That is all the news that I got today. St. Patrick's Day, though, was this past weekend. Did you get into anything fun for St. Patty's?
I laid out by the pool. The UV was 5, so it was important.
I didn't do shit for St. Patrick's Day. When I lived in Chicago, St. Patrick's Day was fun. We went down by the river. They would dye it green. It was a whole thing. But it got me thinking on what holidays I really do love. So I thought, let's rank them.
Love that.
We're going to be ranking all the holidays. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, of course. We're going to start with a crowd pleaser. Everyone's favorite, Christmas.
2.
2? 2.
Yes.
Are you the Grinch?
Yes.
How is Christmas a 2?
It's just a lot to do. You're running around. You're having to go to all this stuff. It's just such a put on. Like, no one's really having a good time because either you're hosting or I don't know. I don't like it.
That might be the hottest take that you have ever said to me. Hold on. So you don't like gifts, getting together with family, sitting by a warm fire?
I don't think it's that
good
special.
Food.
I don't think it's that special. No.
Christmas music.
No.
I am utterly shocked. I'm going to give Christmas a 9. Moving on to Halloween. What would you give Halloween?
5.
What is going to make this girl happy? Halloween is a strong 8, bordering 9. You get to dress up as a kid or an adult. As a kid, you get to eat candy. As an adult, you get to booze. You get to run around with your friends, and it kind of gives you an excuse to be pretty obnoxious and kind of act as in a different character that you ever get to be.
I like Halloween, but I think it's a hit or miss. It's either a really good year or it's like, this year was kind of okay. So that's why I gave it a 5, but I do like it.
The no fun zone over here. My goodness. Thanksgiving. Another hitter.
I'm going to give it a 7.
You guys are getting an insight into my life. How do you please this lady? I'm still trying to find out. Thanksgiving is a strong 10.
Oh, you think a 10? Okay.
Thanksgiving is the perfect holiday. Gifts are cool, are great. I love gifts, but Thanksgiving, you have the family time without the pressure of the gifts, so it's more wholesome and more genuine. You have a feast on a feast on a feast. Phenomenal food. All of it is phenomenal. You have the football aspect of it. And it's like one day, I feel like there's not as much pressure. Everyone's talking shit at the dinner table. I think it's phenomenal.
Oh, no.
Love Thanksgiving. Oh, and the last thing, if you're not going to Thanksgiving, everyone does Friendsgiving.
I know. That's why
Unbelievable.
That's why I've ranked Thanksgiving the highest, because you have Friendsgiving and you have Thanksgiving with your family. And everyone always invites people to your Friendsgiving. So it's like, it gives like camaraderie. Like anyone can come. Everyone is welcome. Everyone brings a dish. I really do like Thanksgiving. I think it's the most I think that's where people really come together. Even if you're not
agree.
besties, you're going to be best friends at this like Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving. I think it's awesome.
I just, between Halloween and Christmas, and I'm throwing out some heavy hitters for 7 to be your high score.
Christmas is so overrated. Anyways.
This is the love of my life right here. That is the hottest take she has ever spit for sure.
So
Moving
overrated.
on to Easter. Easter is an 8. Greek Easter is so much fun. I mean, I could spend a lot of time getting into it, but if anyone's never experienced a Greek Easter, find a friend, make sure he's Greek, and then go find his family around Easter. It's anywhere from, I believe, 1 to 8 weeks different than the American Easter, I believe. I could be
Really?
wrong. Yeah.
Huh.
It's very rarely on the actual same day as Easter. Labor Day. How we feeling about Labor Day?
On it, one. I don't even know when Labor Day is.
Yeah, Labor Day is very forgettable.
It's
It's
so
just-
forgettable.
It's like an extended Sunday.
It's like a Labor Day, President's Day. Like it's
Oh, I know what she's gonna say for this next one. Valentine's Day.
8. Because I'm thinking about holidays where people genuinely feel special and appreciated. That's why I said Thanksgiving, because you can invite people that don't have anywhere to go and they feel very welcome and taken in and warm. Valentine's Day, you have one person to make feel special and appreciated. Like you can put all of your effort into that and it feels good and nice and perfect.
Valentine's Day. I'll give Valentine's Day an 8 too. I agree. Valentine's Day is amazing.
People say it's overrated, but those are just people that
Nah, I almost don't think any holidays are overrated outside of like Labor Day. All right, that's whatever. But like Valentine's Day is great. You get to celebrate your love. You get to plan a whole day together. You get to bop around,
it's
eat good
fun.
food, make love.
Yeah.
You know, focus on one another.
It doesn't
you
have
know?
to be so serious. It can just be a day to have fun and goof
Exactly,
off.
exactly. No, Valentine's Day is tight. All right, how about birthday?
10. And this is based on my scale. What did I say? The best holidays are where you can make the most people feel the best. So if it's someone's birthday, you have one person to focus on, and it's all about making them feel good and feel appreciated.
I have a hot take about birthdays. I do not think the way in which we celebrate birthdays here in America is correct. It does not make sense to me to burden all the people you love the most in your life to have to collectively come together, come out for your birthday, and then have them pay for a meal, drinks, gifts, just to celebrate your special day. Back home in Greece, when I was growing up, you go out for your birthday and you pay for everybody. It's like, okay, I'm organizing this whole thing. It's the celebration for my day. Let me take care of everybody's drinks. I think that's the way it's done in the rest of the world for the most part.
I think that's fair.
Right? It's like, you're coming out to see me. Thank you so much. I organized. Maybe you didn't want to come out to frickin' the club on a Thursday night, but here we are. Because you did that, here's some drinks. I'm not going to burden you to now spend an extra $100, $200.
I think that's fair because I would feel really guilty doing this whole thing and being like, okay, now you guys pay for it.
For sure.
I think that makes the most sense. I agree.
But people here do not get that at all. No. Birthdays are fun though. Love a birthday. Birthdays are great. I'm just horrible at celebrating my own birthday.
Yeah, me too. It makes me really uncomfortable. But other people's birthdays, love.
Me too. Last but not least, we got New Year's.
You're gonna hate this.
Very
10.
New Year's. New Year's is polarizing, man.
I'm not even talking about the celebration. I just think the ritual of like New Year's and thinking about your goals and what you want to do and setting yourself up for success. Even if you don't follow through on those, you are thinking about your intentions behind what you're doing in your everyday life. And I think that's
I like that.
important.
I do too. I agree with that.
And I think that's cool. That's a holiday where you do that.
I'll give it a 7 because of that. I just think the night can be so treacherous. It can be such a shit show. So many logistical problems. Things are more expensive than they have to be. I feel like there's always some sort of like legal trouble that happens. But you're right. It usually also turns out to be fun and kind of the, idea behind it moving forward, turning a new leaf. I do like that.
Yeah.
8. I'm
Okay.
upping it to an 8.
And if you randomly stumble upon a really fun party, it's a 10.
Oh yeah, it can go up to a 10 for sure.
Yeah.
I've had some really fun New Year's.
Me too.
Last but not least, I think it's time to ask each other a couple deep questions.
Okay, I have a great one.
You have a great one for me? Okay.
What is one difference between us that you love?
Oh my goodness. What is one difference between us that I love? I love that I seem to be an underthinker and you seem to be an overthinker. I think that actually benefits us in a lot of different ways. You are so like calculated and strategic and intentional and smart, and you come across so poised. And I think that's because, and I'm saying overthinking, but like I think it's because you think, you're a thinker. And I, on the other hand, sometimes need to think a lot more. And I sometimes act without thinking, which can be very beneficial. It helps me in a lot of my ways. I know it gives me certain confidences, maybe creates a certain delusion that could be potentially beneficial. But I think the dynamic of me being an underthinker and you being an overthinker, we've kind of helped each other both kind of come in the middle. And it's really helped me. And when I say overthinker, by the way, and underthinker, they can be taken as bad things, but I'm kind of actually looking at them both more as positives. Like I think being an underthinker is a superpower, and I think being an overthinker is a superpower. But I think we've taught each other kind of the other side of the coin too. And I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you?
I think that the fact that you're very, very, very outgoing and charismatic, and I'm a little more subdued, I love that because number one, Will can make all the introductions. I'm good. Number two, I am a little more subdued, but if I'm one-on-one with someone, we're going to talk for the rest of the night and then we're best friends.
Yes, and you're better at that than I am.
So it's a good like layup situation. You make the introduction. If we want to close it, I close it.
And see, that kind of goes along with what I was saying too, with the underthinker, overthinker. I'm like, oh, la-dee dee da do. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, what's good, bro? Oh, this is my girl, yada yada. And you're just kind of like, let's see, let me assess.
And not like in a judgmental way either.
No, not at all. Like I'm saying, this is not a negative.
Yeah, I'm just like taking everything in.
And I think that dynamic is unbelievable. And I think we both need somebody like that in our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then I think as the kind of relationship goes on, you kind of become the talkative one.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, I don't want to say get more anxious, but I feel like you kind of carry the relationship after I can make that like introduction.
Yeah.
I think it's a blend of two beautiful.
I think so too.
We're a beautiful harmony, baby.
It works out.
Okay, I got one for you. Okay. I got one for you.
Okay.
Oh boy. What is the first thing that you told your friends about me? Oh geez.
So the first friend I talked to about you was our friend Lauren.
Shout out L Dog.
So use your imagination.
Oh. She's a freak.
That's why I was laughing. But for real, I was like, oh, he's so cute. We had so much fun. Like that was such an unexpected night.
For anyone that, for the record, is just listening and not able to see the body language, I think what Kate is trying to say is that she talked about our physical connection. Is that correct?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I'm just clarifying. Just clarifying. Wow, that was not what I was expecting you to say at all, actually.
Really?
Yes.
But yeah, I was just very surprised at how well we got along, and I was like, oh, now he's leaving to go to Coachella, like slut, but because I was just shocked at the connection in general, and like we stay up all night talking and everything, and I was talking about that, and I was like, I I was just so surprised at how well we hit it off. It was a little shocking. I was like, kind of like laughing about it because I was like, is this fake? Like, like, I was suspicious because I was like, this is a little too good to be true.
Well, we were ironically with the friend of mine that I went to Coachella with the night after we hung out, and we ended up just talking for hours and hours and hours. And the first thing I said to him about the night was, well, I'm definitely gonna date this girl. She is different, and I think I'm checking out of the single life, my boy. Yeah, you
And I didn't believe you. I thought you were just saying that.
I understand that. We're in Los Angeles. Like,
yeah, so you say that and I'm like, all right.
I get that. I get that for sure. Dating here is a really weird dynamic to date here, and people have all certain agendas. So
yeah.
I get it for
sure. That's
sure.
so cute though.
I love you so much.
I love you
Can we get an
too.
on-camera smooch to display our physical connection?
Oh God.
Oh man. Anything else?
I think I'm good. Anything else you want to share?
I think I'm good too. I'm about to go to the dentist and get a
Oh, good
checkup.
luck.
I have a couple of things that are kind of alarming that I'm very nervous about, but I should probably call an Uber because I am late as
You are.
late as ever. But if you guys have any questions, please submit them to beautyandthegreekshow@gmail.com. We love answering. We love addressing.
Yeah.
Getting back
Send
to
them
y'all.
in.
Send them in. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today.
Bye.
Bye. We ended that abruptly. One more time.
Bye.